New this morning, the North Dakota Department of Emergency Services is issuing a silver alert for missing vulnerable adults with medical issues. 56-year-old Jeanette Carmen was last seen at her Bismarck home yesterday afternoon. Police don't believe she's driving a car.
Carmen is 5'5", 150 pounds with brown hair and brown eyes. She was last seen wearing leggings with hearts all over them, pink Fila shoes, a black puffy jacket, and a small brown purse. Now, if you have any information about her, call the Bismarck Police or your local law enforcement. Police are trying to figure out what caused a driver to crash into a tree in South Fargo. It happened last night around 10 o'clock at the intersection of 4th Street and 8th Avenue South.
An eyewitness tells Valley News Live that he saw a car that appeared to be going 60 or 70 and that sparks were coming from the underside of the car. There's no word from police about the condition of the driver, but scanner traffic indicated the driver had a medical emergency and was slumped over the wheel of the vehicle.
It is now just about 9 minutes before the top of the hour. Let's get a check of that forecast with Elisa Green.
Good morning. We've been talking about ice fishing all morning, and so we just want to give you a reminder of that ice thickness guide for you as you're preparing to go out this season. Of course, 2 inches or less, we want to remind you, don't want to be on the ice at all. And in fact, it's recommended that you're on the ice at 4-inch thickness or more. And just keep in mind, no ice is 100% safe this during the winter time. And as we look ahead further into the winter and we continue to build that ice, we can bring on those vehicles, but right now certainly not safe for that. And we just want to remind you too that temperatures are going to be rising over the weekend above freezing again, so that may weaken some spots that have been building. And we have had some ice making temperatures lately. Temperatures are below freezing by a lot in eastern parts of our viewing area. We're at 10 degrees in Bemidji and in Fosston. It's 17 in Fargo, 12 in Grand Forks. Out to the west, some low 20s. It's 23 in Devil's Lake and in Jamestown. And wind speeds are out of the south. We're looking at winds that are pretty light in the east, but as we look off to the west, you can see we're seeing steady speeds around 20 miles per hour. It's picking up first there. The wind will increase from west to east through the day today, and we'll have that to thank for the warming weather. Of course, the wind takes a bite out of how it feels outside with our temperatures on the low end this time of year, so it feels like we're close to 0 up north. Our wind chill of 1 below in Grand Forks, 3 below in Fosston. It feels like 5 in Fargo. So just keep that in mind as you're getting ready to head out today. Though we're warming up, it's going to be cold, especially this morning. The clouds are starting to move out of our eastern viewing area. Still some passing clouds possible today, but I think overall we're looking at a mostly sunny day, lots of blue sky. Once, of course, that sun is up, we'll enjoy that sunshine. Heading into the afternoon, these are our temperatures around the 3-4 o'clock hour. We'll be into the low 30s in the north and east, and then in the south and west up into those upper 30s for today. So feeling a lot better than yesterday's chilly temperatures. And this does carry over into our weekend. It looks like a beautiful weekend for late November. A great weekend to maybe work away at some of that ice that may have developed in your driveways with the recent snow and rain, and maybe put up some Christmas lights too. We're looking at temperatures that are going to be in the upper 30s to some low 40s, maybe a little bit breezy, but we're looking at otherwise some pretty good conditions. A slight chance for some mixed precipitation on Monday, maybe lingering into Tuesday. And then for Thanksgiving, right now it does look like we have a chance for snow. So stick around for updates on that forecast as the holiday gets closer. And now for a look at traffic, here's Devin Fry with the Valley Today's traffic on the news.
Thank you, Lisa, and good morning, Red River Valley. We are finishing up this hour on I-94. We're heading eastbound toward Minnesota. Now, the traffic flow has picked up quite a bit on this interstate as well since we started this morning. I'm going to try to get over here because I don't want to turn onto the I-29. So, as it's getting a little bit busier, but overall, we're definitely still moving freely. Everybody's going about the speed limit, if not a couple miles per hour over. Don't tell anyone. But overall, it's really not affecting the traffic flow as much. But if you're not a fan of crowded roadways, you might want to take that into consideration this morning. You can see the westbound lanes start to get a little bit less busy around that I-29 turnoff, but we're going to see right as we get around here, there's a consistent lineup from that University Drive area all the way up here to the I-29 turn. So both lanes of I-94 are looking busy this morning, but overall shouldn't really make you late or anything like that. Just give yourself a couple extra minutes. We're going to keep checking into the roadways in the next hour on the Fargo CW, but for right now, for your traffic on the move, I'm Devin Fry.
Details are emerging about why a Minnesota sheriff's deputy is facing sex crime charges. The Minnesota BCA got a complaint from Bagley's police chief about concerns over the alleged behavior of 31-year-old Neil Dolan.
A 15-year-old told an investigator that on the last day of school in 2017, Dolan, who was a school resource officer at Bagley High School, engaged in sexual contact with the victim in Dolan's office. Dolan is charged with criminal sexual conduct and makes his first court appearance today. Charges are pending against a 15-year-old in connection with the murder of a Cass Lake, Minnesota man.
Police identified the victim as Brandon Morgan Jr., but are not releasing details of his death. Deputies found Morgan's body Monday night at a home in Cass Lake. Kittson County Sheriff's deputies are trying to find a missing Minnesota man. 28-year-old Travis Stromgren was last seen in Carlstead on October 15th.
Stromgren is listed on the Minnesota Department of Corrections website as a wanted fugitive as of August 22nd.
A Fargo mom says a teacher who she accused of hitting her child should have been fired. Instead, she's being allowed back into the classroom. Another teacher reported that Holly Harris's 4-year-old, who was enrolled in the early childhood education or special education program, was hit on the shoulder, but the district says the allegation was unsubstantiated based on information that investigators collected.
Harris says she was also told by administrators that since her son has a speech delay and cannot speak, there weren't enough witnesses or other evidence to support the allegation. The teacher will be back on the job today. Neighbors are frustrated about plans for a new building along the south side of 36th Avenue South near Independence Middle School in Fargo. Yesterday, neighbors took their concerns about the 40-acre housing development to City Hall.
They say traffic is already heavy in that area since 36 runs through Veterans Boulevard and 45th Street. The Planning Commission made no decision and is slated to meet again next Tuesday. Avid anglers in the region are itching to get out on the ice.
To make sure you're ready for the season, Shields is becoming a one-stop shop. Let's check in now with the Valley Today's Abby Furchner. Good morning, Abby.
Good morning, Lisa and Jordan. I'm here with Karin Olson, who is the event leader at Shields, and we're standing in the tent where Ice Fest is going to be taking place here in just a couple of hours. It starts up at 9 a.m. But before we talk about all the fun, cool giveaways you're going to have going on, for those who have never been to Ice Fest before, what is so great about this event?
Well, this is our 6th annual Ice Fest. It's presented by Clam. They've been an awesome partner of ours now for 6 years. And this is basically geared for early season savings to get anglers ready for that big season as soon as they are comfortable getting out on the ice. Because we know we do have quite a few of them already out on the ice.
Yeah, it really is a sport here. People get very excited to hit the ice and go ice fishing. But let's talk about those fun giveaways, because not only do you have amazing deals going on throughout the store, you can get some early Christmas presents too.
Yeah, absolutely. So the first 100 people each day, just for showing up, are going to get one of these free Clam 6-gallon buckets. It's also going to come with one of these ice fishing towels, which is awesome. It helps keep your it's microfiber, and it helps keep all of your electronics all set. Anybody that makes a purchase is going to get a free koozie from us. All of the vendors have got great incentives, whether that's just a sale or if it's a gift with purchase. Right behind us, we've got these neon buckets that are going to be given away if you buy Clam tackle. So just a fantastic opportunity. Also, right behind me, I've got over $10,000 worth of giveaways.
Wow.
So if you stop in, get signed up. We won't call those names until after Black Friday. But yeah, you could win up to $10,000 of stuff just for showing up.
Christmas is coming early for those winners, that is for sure. But you're going to want to come out Ice Fest today from 9 to 8 p.m. tomorrow, 9 to 5. It's going to be a good time. Get your hands on some of those early deals.
I always love going to things like this too, because I'm just fascinated by the technology, even if I don't ice fish.
And how much it's evolved, or you get great gift ideas too.
That's
Abby
true
Furchner
too.
reporting live. Thank you very much.
Make plans to watch the A&E network early next year. One of Fargo PD's K-9 teams will be featured on the show America's Top Dogs.
The teams will be tested on speed, agility, scenting ability, and teamwork on what's supposed to be one of the toughest canine obstacle courses ever assembled. The series premieres on January 8th. Let's get the answer now to our question of the morning on Facebook. That question: when it comes to holiday shopping, men are more likely than women to do this.
The answer: shop online at work. Interesting.
Get paid to do something.
One more look at our Friday forecast. Hope the boss isn't listening.
Right. We are looking at a good weekend for heading out to shop. Temperatures are going to be warming up, but right now this morning we are into the teens in a lot of spots. So it's cold to start. We will warm things up as we head through the day. We're looking at sunshine returning, a pretty sunrise there, and a high of 38 in Fargo.
The Today Show and CBS This Morning are just about to start, but the Valley Today rolls on right now on the Fargo CW.